Hello everyone, welcome to my full DLC walkthrough of the Red Hood DLC with no damage and with no combo loss. And this is a very fun piece of content, so what if it doesn't have any sort of relevance to the main story of Batman Arkham Knight? It's just fun. Jason is such an enjoyable character to play as. He's one of my favorite side characters, and so much for me saying in my Batman Arkham Knight walkthrough that I don't like any of the side characters. Jason is definitely a huge exception in this case, and he feels so different to every other side character because obviously he's embraced his Red Hood persona, so he's going to be killing criminals rather than actually sparing them. And he has some pretty powerful weapons. He has access to dual handguns, he has access to the zip kick, and he has access to concussion grenades. You'll never see me use concussion grenades because they take a while to prep, and it's hard to get Jason to prioritize the right guy. The zip kick I'll definitely use, only do not use the zip kick against stun rod guys. I learned that the hard way, and I've included in one of my bloopers. But apparently, if you use the zip kick against stun rod guys, they can counter you and damage you, which makes no sense at all. So watch yourself when using the zip kick, and try to use your guns against these stun rod guys. And then for every other enemy, you'll want to knock them down and then use the critical beatdown to build up your takedowns. And then use whatever gadget you feel is suitable for the situation. So that right there, the enemies were spaced out, so I was able to use my guns. If they weren't spaced out, I would have probably used my zip kick, or just used the normal square attack. And that is the end of this really fun combat encounter. And now we move on to a Predator encounter, which is too funny. But what I'm going to do right here is when this animation finishes, I am going to grapple when the guy turns. And I'm going to do the takedown on him, and it will be loud. But I'm going to aim for that sniper and just tap L2 in order to shoot him. And then grapple right there. If you grapple too much to the left, the enemies will spot you. But take out that guy, and then take out that guy right over there, and then take out that other guy. The guys in purple have bulletproof armor so that they'll be able to resist the guns, but do the pounce attack on this guy, and then finish off with the ground takedown. And this right here is a little awkward. You need to go all the way to the left, because if you end up doing the zip kick too much to the right, you'll clip into the boxes, and he'll be able to attack you. So make sure you use the zip kick against him, take out the other guy if he's nearby. The rest of this is random. There's no telling where the enemies go. But every enemy that's in orange, you can just shoot them with your guns. Like, they've given you this capability to just decimate the enemies, yet they didn't change the artificial intelligence for the Predator encounters whatsoever. So that's why he's so overpowered, because they just gave you a cheat button to do these Predator encounters as Jason easily. But that's that, and now we have this. So I always open up with the guns because there's nobody nearby, and then I jump away, and then I use the zip kick, and I'm going to do the critical beatdown, counter any enemies that try to get near me, and I'm just going to follow through with any ability that is suitable for the situation I'm currently in. There's an environmental takedown, and then there's a normal takedown right there. So I'm going to jump because the enemies are close. I'm going to counter. I'm going to do the critical beatdown. Are the enemies closing in on me? No, they're not. If they choose to charge at you, you'll want to evade over them rather than using your guns, because Jason is heavily vulnerable when he's using his guns, and that's the default thing they want you to do against the guys who charge at you, which is meaningless because his guns will kill enemies regardless of what status they're in. But here's Black Mask. So rather than open up immediately, I'm just going to jump over the enemies, and then I'm going to use the zip kick against Black Mask. And I'm just going to chain critical beatdowns on Black Mask, because Black Mask has a health bar, and he will not go down instantly after a takedown. But what happens is, when you've done the full takedown animation on Black Mask, he'll go into a state where he'll be classed as being knocked down, so therefore, you can do the critical beatdown on him and just loop him. And every other enemy just counter when you can. See, right there, I finished the takedown animation, and then I grabbed him off the ground. The critical beatdown does a lot more damage to Black Mask than doing the normal beatdown, so that's why he's going to go down very quickly, and the enemies do not stand a chance against me, and it's done. And that is the end of this DLC, because these DLCs are very short, but here are a couple of bloopers right over here. So there are 3 moments in this initial set of bloopers where the stun rod guy just teleports right near me, and it's bullshit. He starts his attack while I'm trying to do the critical beatdown, and he just teleports because it's part of the paired animation nature or the magnetism between hitboxes. So there's that, and then now we have this blooper right here where even though I'm pointing the analog stick towards an enemy, he just fires a thin air for no reason, and I lose the combo. And then right here, why did I lose the combo? The only thing I can think of is because that enemy was in the recovery frames of charging, his hitbox couldn't be recognized by the game, so therefore I wasn't able to do the normal strike animation against that guy. And then that final blooper caught me off guard, because that was the moment when I realized you can't do the zip kick against the stun rod guys. That's the first time that's happened to me, and I replayed this DLC so many times, and somehow, in all of my attempts at playing this DLC, it never happened where he accidentally did the zip kick on a stun rod guy, and I took damage. I must have had the best luck ever if that was only going to present itself once. But that is the end of this DLC. Stay tuned for the future DLCs. Thank you all for watching, and you take care now.